I'm working as hard or harder than I ever have. We still have a lot of...
Governor Brian Sandoval has less than 9 months left in office, but he says his work is far from done. And that is tonight's Channel 2 News big story at 5:30. Now, number one on the governor's agenda is school safety. Good evening, I'm Landon Miller.
And I'm Kristen Remington. Thanks for keeping it here with us tonight. Governor Sandoval is working on many other issues, even preparing for next year's legislative session. Paul Nelson sat down with the governor today, and Paul, it doesn't sound like Governor Sandoval has any intention of slowing down soon.
No, not at all, Kristen. We've seen a lot of changes under Brian Sandoval's leadership, and he says there's still more on the way. Whether it's fighting the opioid crisis or diversifying the economy, he's focused on improving our state until his term ends and even beyond.
I love my job. I mean, it is a privilege and honor to serve in this position, and I don't know any other way.
Governor Brian Sandoval says he's excited about what he can still accomplish in his final months in office. A major focus is keeping kids safe at school, creating a panel of experts from superintendents and teachers to police officers to find solutions to this problem.
There's been this conversation about hardening schools in terms of single point of entry and perhaps more security, but I think there's another important point, and that is softening and showing some more compassion with regard to mental health, behavioral health for the students.
He also created an opioid task force on the heels of legislation to fight the tragedies that some prescription drugs can create.
We lose a Nevada in a day. That's one too many, and the goal should be 0. And if we can achieve that, that would be wonderful.
The budget is due by the end of August, and Sandoval says he's preparing it as if he'll still be the governor during the next legislative session.
We've gotten pretty good at this, over the past 7 years. And as I said, we'll build it in a way that continues to fund education properly, higher education, and our other priorities.
Sandoval says Nevada's become a leader in the tech world, with new businesses and jobs, as well as testing for driverless cars and drones. He's focused on workforce training for the new Nevada. There's still lots of work left, and he says his remaining time in office will be anything but a lame duck period.
I understand that's part of the process, but I've made a commitment to the people of the state of Nevada, and that is to work every day.
The governor says infrastructure is still very important, including rural broadband, and he says if other states don't use their federal money, Nevada could use it for things like construction of the Spaghetti Bowl. Covering the big story live in the newsroom, Paul Nelson, Channel 2 News.